The king of WWE has gone from fighting to be Mr. Money in the Bank to the Intercontinental title picture in less than 2 weeks. Zelina Vega and the Mysterios are determined to become tag champions again. I'm Casualeann. Come with me. We open with the half-ripe banana graphic that lets us know it's the summer of Cena. Our hosts are Matt Camp and Peter Rosenberg. Camp lets us know they are broadcasting from WWE Global Headquarters. Okay, together they run headlong into the recap loop. They start with one of John Cena stealing Finn Balor's contract and signing his own name to it. King Nakamura pinned the Intercontinental Champion Apollo Crews in 6-man tag action. Rey defeated Jimmy Uso one-on-one, with Dominic adding leverage to Rey's pin, ensuring the victory, just as the Usos had done in weeks before. With that, they yield the floor to Kayla, who's in the locker room with Rey and Dominic. It looks like we've caught Rey in the middle of his celebratory snack, a protein donut. I thought it was birthday cake. But how do you enjoy it with someone's mic in your face? The trio discuss Rey not overcoming Jay, but beating Jimmy. Now I wonder if somewhere down the line, this theme will kind of cause a rift between the Bloodline brothers. Because despite the fact that in the early days, Jimmy was kind of the prominent brother, now it's Jay who has to keep pumping in the assists, bailing Jimmy out. Rey speaks of the momentum on he and Dominic's climb back to the tag team championships. He told Dom that he had to step up. In return, Dominic talks about being attentive to Rey's words, just kind of listening to whatever wisdom Rey can give him. Kayla points out that at SummerSlam, it will have been 1 year since Dominic came to SmackDown. And Rey reiterates just how important it is for them to come back and regain their titles. In this interview, they're laid back and comfortable. It just has that calm feel, like they just gave a few words while they were decompressing from the match. I know the prevailing wisdom is that a split is right around the corner, and it's just a matter of how far we are from that corner, how wide it is. But I hope they'll keep them a team, at least until Survivor Series. Then Dom can kind of come out as his own man. Maybe Rey could even be the sole survivor on the SmackDown side. Then have Rey lose it by casting Dom aside, and the loss could be the death knell for the team. But just keep it rolling for a little while longer. If WWE is so PG now, then prove it. Every family does not have to be a dysfunctional one. We get a commercial, and we return with Camp and Rosenberg talking about Carmella and Zelina Vega's loss to Bianca and Sasha. What else would have happened? Ain't nobody better than me. Can't you see? They throw it back to Kayla, who briefly interviews Vega. Zelina says that Carmella is the one who got pinned and lost. And what really happened tonight was that Zelina challenged Bianca and she accepted, so kind of spinning the evening's events. I think Bianca is seen as gregarious here, because what champion needs to accept the challenge of someone without a W to their name since they returned? But Kayla asks about the return of Sasha, and Vega comments that the conversation is really about how everyone hates Sasha. And any and everyone who mentions Banks now around her will be slapped in the face, starting now. With that, that was the end of the interview. Obviously, Kayla is not about to tempt Vega, so yeah, case closed. The real story of the women's division on SmackDown is how Sasha got a heel turn in the same night that she came back. Now, I thought that was absolutely stupid. It was entirely too soon, especially for someone like WWE. They are terrible, absolutely terrible at long-term craftsmanship. Their lack of storytelling is notorious. Why would you waste material? What on earth are they gonna do until SummerSlam? They have 3 more SmackDowns to fill, and you've already had Sasha return, save Bianca's rear, pretend to be chummy with her because of it, and turn on her all in the same night. properly told, that could have been a month's worth of material. But Zelina's material for the interview sounds like it was written while walking with Zelina over to Kayla for the interview. It was trash. We get one more ad, and the return conversation is about the 6-man tag. It was heels versus faces. We had Shinsuke, Big E, and Cesaro, now firmly in the mid-card, again, versus Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, and the Intercontinental Champion, Apollo Crews. The virtuosity of Rick Boooooooogs pays dividends again, then the Commander in turn with him. I love the finish with Nakamura striking the Kinshasa. I just hope it isn't wasted potential. Keep the momentum flowing with the King of WWE. I guess that means he's a babyface now. Kayla, our field correspondent, begins the interview in the stairwell from every natural disaster movie. Nakamura basks in his awesomeness for a moment, proving once again that the more white you wear, the more successful you are. And Boooooooogs is totally giving me Squizgar Squig Elf vibes, just chilling and practicing while she's asking questions. Kayla asks if there's a chance Nakamura may have designs on Cruz's title, which we haven't really seen defended one-on-one all that much lately. Shinsuke responds that the king does look good in gold. Lovely coy little intimation there. Kayla asks if Boooooooogs has any advice for Shinsuke. Boooooooogs is still recovering from Aziz's attack, he says. He notes that Aziz touched Betsy, so at last we know the name of Boooooooogs' Epiphone V guitar. I prefer Francesca. So classy, so elegant, so sophisticated and beautiful. Oops, wrong photo. Ah, Francesca. So classy, so elegant, beautiful. You know what? Doesn't work that well after all. We get the bruised bridge on both Betsy and Boooooooogs. Ricky B says he's got Aziz, so his advice is for the master of the Kinshasa to just concentrate on Apollo. Between Ricky B, King Shinsuke's hype man, the Boooooooooogs crews, the Jester, Rick Boooooooogs, Eric Bugenhagen, he's got enough names to fill Jericho's list. But hey, he's gold no matter what you call him. Now His Majesty bids Boooooooooogs play for him, and he goes completely unplugged. I don't know what else this gentleman has to do to demonstrate that he's actually the one playing Shinsuke to the ring, but hey, for the non-believers, so be it. Now to end the show, Camp and Rosenberg look at recap of Paul Heyman approaching Adam and Sonya. Heyman playing defender of common sense and pointing out it's Finn Balor's name on the contract. But Cena's thievery has been rewarded, the contract is approved. So here we are, Roman versus John. And I hate terribly that he got a hold of that contract. When Corbin picked it up, I was actually excited for a few moments, though I would have been fine with Finn also. It just seems Cena's so expected, so inevitable. And it's the story of the part-time nostalgia act versus the full-timer defending their place, because it's the part-time nostalgics with the star power because they don't know how to build new people. So not only an exposure of WWE's weakness, but a double exposure of their weakness and lack of variety across both brands. Plus, anyone hoping that Ric Flair's streak would play a part in the storyline, of course, has been completely devastated by the Nature Boys release. I did a short video on that you can see here. My must-watch clip is Shinsuke and Rick Boooooooooogs, of course. It's small but mighty. Nakamura is content with Boooooooooogs being the town crier, the street prophet telling of the king's significance, while Nakamura doles out bits of brilliance here and there. My rating is 3 out of 5. It was just kind of meh overall. Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boooooooooogs were mildly entertaining, but they can't carry the show by themselves. The Mysterios were okay, and Zelina Vega's segment was like 20 seconds and completely unnecessary. She hasn't been booked to win one single match since her return. And the interest within the women's division is more what's happening around her than what's happening to her. It's almost as if she was the only woman available post SmackDown. That was Talking Smack from July 31st. So what's on your minds? Where's the summer of Cena headed? Should the Mysterios be going for the tag titles again? How does the direction of the King of Strong style and the Boooooooogs cruise play out? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much to Wiley Currents, one of our newest subscribers. Welcome, and I appreciate you, Wiley. If you'd like to get mentioned on one of my videos, then be sure to comment that you're a subscriber and I'll give you a shout out in a future video. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's how the channel grows, so it helps when you do. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.